Hello, and this is Unit 2, Lesson 1, Zero and Negative Exponents. In this lesson, we will be looking at simplifying expressions involving exponents that are zero or that are negative. So let's first review some vocabulary. A number that shows repeated multiplication is an exponent. So in this case, we see 2 to the third power. So 2 we call the base and 3 we call the exponent, and we know that 2 to the third power equals 2 times 2 times 2, which equals 8. When we look at our next example, we have negative 2 in parentheses to the third power. So that means we are going to do repeated multiplication of negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2 is equal to a negative times a negative is a positive, so positive 4 times a negative 2 is negative 8. And in our last example, we are going to do repeated multiplication again, but be very careful with this example. Many of you think or see that it looks similar, but it is not the same. So when we see negative 2 to the third power, when it's in parentheses, it means we take negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2. The exponent only goes to the thing it's touching directly. So in this case, we have a negative out front, and then we have 2 times 2 times 2. Because the 3, or the exponent, is only touching the 2. It is not touching the negative. So the negative stays on the outside, and we do 2 times 2 times 2 to get 8, which also gives us negative 8. Make sure when you are using a calculator that you see the difference in how your calculator looks at those types of expressions. The next thing we're going to look at is zero exponent. So when we have an exponent of 0, it means by definition that any base except for 0 with an exponent of 0 equals 1. So looking at these examples, x to the 0 power equals 1, 2 to the 0 power equals 1, 10 to the 0 power equals 1, and 5x to the 0 power equals 1. So anything to the 0 power equals 1. Why does that work? Well, if we start out with 2 to the third, so we know that that's 2 times 2 times 2, which equals 8. And then we go to 2 to the second. So that is really 2 to the third divided by 2 gives me 2 to the second, which gives me 4. So I'm reducing by 1 power. I'm dividing each one by a power of 2. So 2 to the second divided by 2 is 2 to the first, which is 2. And I'm going to take it one more time. 2 to the first divided by 2 gives me 2 to the 0, which is 1. Because 2 to the first is 2, divided by 2 is 1. So I'll write this way so you can see that a little better. So you can see that if we look at that division property, that if we're constantly dividing by 2, then, or that same base, we can get down to 2 to the 0, which equals 1. And it works with every single base. So that's where this property comes from. So let's look at a couple of examples. So 4 to the 0, we know by definition that anything to the 0 property is 1. Now from up top, looking at negative 3 to the 0 only touches the 3. So we have a negative out front, and then we have 3 to the 0 power. So that means we have negative, and 3 to the 0 is 1. So negative 3 to the 0 power is negative 1. Now when we have negative 100 in parentheses, that 0 goes to that whole number. So anything to the 0 power is 1, as well as here, a to the 0 power, anything to the 0 power is 1. Take a moment to pause the video if you need to and come back. Our next topic is negative exponents. So with a negative exponent, we say that any base containing an exponent with a negative value should be flipped to change the exponent to a positive value. So remember, the math word for flipped is reciprocal. So we are going to be taking the reciprocal, and we used that word when we talked about slope. So flipped equals reciprocal. So when something is negative, I like to say it's unhappy. So it is going to move in order to become happy. So why does this property work? Similar to before, we're going to use our powers of 2. So 2 to the first equals 2. 2 to the 0 equals 2 to the first divided by 2, or 2 over 2, which equals 1. 2 to the negative 1 divided by 2 equals So 2 to the negative 1 over 2 equals 1 from up here divided by 2. So remember, our pattern says that I take the 1 from the previous and divide it by the base. So 2 divided by 2 gave me 1 for 2 to the 0. And in this case, 2 to the negative 1 divided by 2 is the 1 from the previous case divided by 2, which gives me 1/2. And we know that 1/2 is the flip of 2. So let's try this one more time. And now we have 1/2 divided by 2, which we know is 1/2 times 1/2 to give me 1/4. And we know that 1/4 is 1 over 2 squared. So we can see by the same pattern we used above that we could get to our reciprocal for the negative exponents. So let's take a look at a few examples that we can simplify together. So 3 to the negative 2 means that in order to make this negative 2 happy or positive, it has to flip. So we get 3/2 in the bottom. And so we get 1 over 3 squared, which is 9. And I'm going to move this one over this way so we have some more room here. So if I have negative 5 to the negative 1, similar to what we did before, that negative 1 only goes with the 5. It only touches the 5. So I have a negative out here. And in order for this 5 to become positive, I need to move it to the denominator. So I get a negative 1/5. a to the negative 12, the negative exponent moves to the denominator and becomes positive. So we get 1 over a to the 12th. And then lastly, we have our last one that's a little bit trickier because now we have our negative exponent in the denominator. And if a negative exponent is in the denominator, it has to move to the numerator. So we get 3 squared over 1, which is 9 over 1, which is 9. So far we have learned that a 0 exponent makes our base 1. So anything to the 0 exponent equals 1. And that our negative exponents flip things or find the reciprocal. So let's put some things together here. So we are going to simplify these expressions where we can. And we're going to look at everything individually. So I'm going to look at the 3 and say, does it have any exponent attached to it? And it does not, so it stays the same. And I'm going to look at the a and say, does it have any exponent attached to it? And it does, and that exponent is negative. So we know that to make it into positive, it has to go to the denominator. And then I'm going to look at b and see if it has an exponent. It does, and it is to the positive power, so we don't need to do anything with that right now. So to simplify it, we get 3b cubed over a squared. When we have a fraction, we need to look at the whole numbers together and each set of variables together. So I have 8 over 2, and I can pull those out as a fraction, so 8 over 2. And then I have an s to the negative 3 in the denominator. And because that is a negative exponent, I need to make it positive. So if it's negative in the denominator, it needs to move to the numerator. So I get s to the third. And I can still simplify this one step further because 8 divided by 2, or 8 over 2, is 4. And then s to the third is positive, so we're all good there. So we get 4s to the third. In our next example, we have s to the 0 power. So we're going to start there to equal 1. Anything to the 0 power is 1. We also have r to the negative second power. And since it's negative, we want to make it positive. And so to make it positive, it has to move. So this becomes, 1r squared. And lastly, we have a few questions that ask us to evaluate with a's and b's in them. So first of all, what is the value of 2a to the negative second, b to the fourth? For a is equal to negative 2 and b is equal to 1. So we're going to start by putting in what we know. So a is negative 2. So wherever I saw an a, I put a negative 2. And wherever I saw a b, I'm going to put a 1. So this 2 right out front is just hanging out there. This negative 2 goes just to the 2, to the negative 2. So this becomes 1 over negative 2 squared. And that's in parentheses, which remember makes a big difference. And 1 to the fourth stays outside, so 1 to the fourth means 1 times 1 times 1 times 1, which just means times 1. So we can simplify this. The 2 times the 1 gives me a 2. And then I have times 1 over negative 2 squared is 4. So I get 2/4 or 1/2.